And like the devil is also very horrible because it can make you hate something that God has given you. Like,
I came back with suicide thoughts. How?
hey, I cried. Honestly, we're not talking from a place of intelligence. We're just talking.
Hi, besties, and welcome to Abbaspace. With me again is PC Todo, and today we're just going to be talking about. Actually, initially we're supposed to talk about faith, but we're just going to talk about like our Christian journey and like things like that. So yeah.
Makes sense.
So I don't know. Me, I don't know the questions to ask. 'Cause this is a very random.
Very impromptu video.
Yeah. How far do you think you've gone?
How far? It's like a long journey now. And like in the ending, you have never like actually finished with the journey. But like I think like, maybe like I'm like at a good place maybe.
What do you mean by maybe?
Because like I don't know how to explain it, like maybe because right now, my
Yeah,
prayer
I'm
life is
sure.
going is good. Like my like I'm reading my Bible, I'm doing my prayers. I'm doing the doables.
What do you mean by doables? Are you trying to say like these things that you're doing is what qualify?
No, you obviously is the way you act. Like I've been trying to control my tongue recently. So, cause you get, hey, sure, I talk a lot, guys, and sometimes what I'm saying doesn't even make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. So, I pray to God to help me. And I think like now, like if I don't have anything to say, I just keep quiet. And like, when I have things to say, I talk a little bit. It's only when I'm with few people. If I'm with a group of people, I don't talk that much again.
Are you
I think.
serious?
I don't know. Is it?
Why you asking me?
Are you with the group of people?
Am I there? Me, I don't used to notice all this type of thing. Though.
Anyhow, I used to tell I used to talk a lot, and when I go home, I used to regret it.
Are you serious?
Like why did I talk that much? Like why did I say that thing? I don't even mean it. What am I even talking about?
I think it's just normal though.
It's normal, but it's not meant to be normal. Like you're meant to like
Mm-hmm.
talk with wisdom.
Like talking a lot is like a sin or something.
No, talking a lot is definitely not a sin, but learning how and when to talk will definitely make your walk with Christ better. Cause like those things, like you think about what you say, you be like, oh, does this thing like glorify the Lord? Am I sinning against like if I say this thing? What sense does it make? What am I adding to the conversation? Like what all these things you think about.
Yeah. While we're on talking, like, what is your view on like judgment, condemnation?
I actually saw a reel, like it's Instagram reel today, that the man was like, the child was like, God say you should not judge. God say you should not judge. Wait, no, sorry. The guy was like, the only judge is God. The only judge is God. And then the other man was not like that. Yeah, so he's trying to tell you, so God will not judge you.
True. Like
Like
there's
so,
like there's one clause I see many lukewarm Christians and many Christians that we pride that they are always saying, God sees my heart. God said we should not judge. God said, girl, because we live in a generation where people don't like to be accounted for. I don't know if you understand.
I
Like,
guess.
like if I saw you do something that was funny and weird, I would tell you. Do you understand? But like that's because you, as your person, you've decided to accept correction. Like you're the kind of person that will listen. Get, but you see, some people they've taken it as an avenue to, you know,
I know, and there are different ways to judge. Like the people with
let's not use the
some.
word judge. Like, let's say like correct.
Correct. Okay.
Yeah, because
There are different ways to correct someone. And like I feel like if you're not correcting someone out of love and they're not accepting it,
then it's judge
then like you're also judging them. Because if you don't actually have the person's best interest
interest.
at heart and you're just talking, the person will feel like you're judging them, like why are you talking like this?
Yeah,
Like so
yeah.
judging like talking with love
It's what
because
differentiates.
love is what differentiates everything, honestly.
Yeah, because love is what differentiates between judgment and correction.
Yeah.
Like telling someone, oh, because the Bible does say, like, judge if you judge people, that is the same measure to which he will judge you. I
Mm.
think it's from is it Romans 2, you understand? So I think in as much as we're correcting people, it's very important that we do not lose sight of like
where we're coming from,
yeah, and
love,
what we
a
are
place
doing.
of love.
Because like Romans 2 was basically talking about how you go and judge somebody for the same thing you are doing.
Remove the log in your eye before removing the speck in your brother's eye.
Like imagine
Is
the
that
same.
it from the
It's
Bible?
from the Bible. Since we're still talking about words, let's just go into the gossip. Like, what's your take?
Uh,
What's the difference between gossip and gisting?
I think gossip is just like honestly, that is like something like me I fall into very easily. Like I don't even know. Like you can just be talking and I'll be like, and I'll just start gossiping. But I feel like if you're gossiping about someone, like, but it's good things you're saying. Is it bad?
It's just,
It's just.
yes,
I
no.
feel like gossip is when you're like, honestly, we're not talking from a place of intelligence. We're just talking. I think gossip is like when you're just like, this guy's hair is all this guy's but sometimes I used to do that. I used to be like what? I used to be like, what is she even wearing self?
You know, one thing my take on gossip is that gossip, as well as envy, as well as jealousy, is perverted. Like, I'm trying to use big English, but I can't use big English. Like peace. So if you're to see me, let me know easy. Like if you're to see me like in a little corner with a man doing something, but you would never see me doing that. But
Can never
let's
catch us.
can I,
Can
not
never.
not catch us. Like we will never do it.
Can never.
Do such a thing. But like this will be the last punch. But if you were to see us in a little corner doing something like, say for you to go and meet that girl later on, I'm like, oh, why were you doing that? You know, the Bible says you should not do that, blah blah blah. But instead, you go and meet somebody at the back, and like, look, if you see what I saw Bassy doing, you'll be sure. For me too, I used to struggle with gossiping because I was like, me, I like gist, but it's not like struggling with gossip like, oh, I'm saying bad things your back, but it's true things. I saw it, I heard it. I
We stay fast.
in fact, I would never come and meet somebody with a gossip that is
It's
like
not true.
pre-consumed. Né?
But gossip is not good, guys.
It's
But I
not
was, I
good.
was trying to work
It's
this work
not
with
good.
God. I was just joking about it.
It's not good. But what I just learned is that instead for me to go and tell somebody, but mind you, even if I'm gossiping about somebody, it's going to be somebody else that will not gossip about. Like it's going to be somebody that doesn't even know you. Like there's no way you can find out that the thing came from me. I don't even know. The devil is mad. He helps
Mm.
me create ways to make sure the gossip, like even if I'm gossiping about somebody, like to me it's not gossiping, it's just in that time it doesn't find a way to get to you because
Yeah.
the person I'm
You can
telling,
never trace it back to me.
yeah, the person I'm telling doesn't know you, doesn't even like. It can be maybe like Daphne. My Daphne is my roommate. She's Malaysian. I can maybe tell her, but I know like she's not. She doesn't have black friends. There's
Mm.
no way it's going to get to you. Or I will tell Peace, and I know Peace will
I
not
don't
tell.
have much friends.
Yeah, so it's just to be like, but like for me, name where I am now, I can almost say like I don't gossip at all because. Like that's why sometimes when we're walking on the road, it's like we're just quiet. Like there's
Mm.
nothing to
Like it's
say.
not awkward quietness. I feel like it's like nice quietness
There's
because
nice
sometimes when
quietness.
I'm working with someone, I'm talking a lot. And my saliva is to finish, and I want to stop talking, but I'm like, if I stop, person will be like, why you just stop talking? My saliva has finished.
But like you know, like how we've grown, like we
Mm.
hardly talk about people. Like it's
It's
almost times
good.
ourselves.
It's
Like
honestly ourselves. Like, what are we doing? That job you're doing, put me on. Like,
yeah, like you know, if when we're coming, apparently, P say I have a bad singing voice, but I told her that she doesn't know music.
it's not
So
apparently.
so that is like
It's
the
not
kind of conversations we
apparently.
have. We don't gossip, and that's because of like we understand where we are with Christ. Gossiping is not good, guys. Stay away from gossip. If you have a friend that is gossiping, anytime she comes to go say, "Get behind me, you Satan."
No, no, just try and change the topic. Try and change the topic. Because I remember that time I was talking to someone and we were just gisting about the book of Ruth. And it was just a nice, it was a nice
Oh yeah,
thing.
there was even a time when we were just saying
Yeah, we
about
were gisting about
um
Jonah.
and even that guy that in First Chronicles, the king, that king that you were talking about.
Which king? I don't even remember what I used to say.
But like yeah, that is like
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel like this scene, like someone has said this. Some people have said this thing before, but the more you grow, the more sin is like, it's like you don't want to do it. It's not something you're fighting against. It's just something like you don't want to. Like how we don't drink.
We
We
don't
don't just
smoke.
want to drink. Like
You know one thing I noticed about myself,
What?
my Instagram,
Mm.
like before me, I can scroll on Instagram like and it will feel like I've not even spent 30 minutes. Mind you, I've spent 8 hours on Instagram. But recently I'll be spending 1 hour on Instagram. And that 1 hour, like I'll do like 20 minutes like in the morning, 20 minutes in the afternoon. And it's not like what's the word? It's not like forced.
Mm.
Like I would just be scrolling on Instagram and I'm bored,
I guess.
or if I'm scrolling on Instagram, it's my Christian reels and things like that. Like I don't even have the desire to be on Instagram for long. That's why sometimes when you send me reels, I don't even open it. Like it's after a while, and I just like it's growth for
It's
me.
good for you. It's
Like
good.
it's how like my desires are changing. Like I would rather stay and pray for 4 hours than for me to be on Instagram for 4 hours. Do you understand? But yeah.
For me, I cannot relate because because I scroll and I scroll and I laugh and I continue. You guys are funny. Like I scroll, I laugh, I giggle, I relate. I just go and go. You know, we're still growing. Just past
Yeah.
that phase, I'm entering to
It's
the wage part.
fine.
It's fine, guys. We're all growing in Christ. Our
Yeah.
goal is to be Christ-like. So,
Mm.
and he's very forgiving. He's very generous, especially like when you know you love him. Like
Mm.
just honestly, like it's deep, but like God is
It's not
like,
deep.
but it's not deep. Like
Mm.
you can
Mm.
fall, but get up, stand up
Mm.
again, and like come to Christ. Honestly,
Yeah.
like even like just come back to Him, and
Yeah.
everything will be fine.
Yeah, like speaking on topic of like, oh, I seen like there's a time where like I cannot be very precise, but there are times where I will be go somewhere in Christ, then I'll fall. And like the devil is such a demon, he's such a bastard, such a stupid man. It's not even a man, a stupid idiot. He'll be like,
Don't chop.
they will not collect. He'll be like, why are you even doing this thing of Christ? Like, you see that you are too weak. Why not just leave and just like just be for me?
Mm.
Let me know you're for me. Because like you going be for God and
You know
coming
that
back,
verse that is like God really hates someone that's
it's,
on the wall.
yeah, lukewarm,
Yeah,
that you're neither hot or
it's
cold.
cold. Like just choose one.
That's what the devil was telling me. The devil was telling me like, if you do me, you will do it well.
Mm.
And seriously, guys, if me, I was to be some, because I organize events for people. If I was to be for the world, guys, it would have been terrible. I would have been a terrible investment there. But like you
I get
understand.
you.
So like the day was trying to tell me like, just do the word, you understand.
Mm.
But I'm really grateful to God that like in that moment, like I I chose God.
Mm.
Like even when I felt like, but that's why it's very important that you create systems that like, so that even when you're falling, God can find a way to get you back. Because that I still used to go to church. I had
Yeah,
like
the church is very
friends.
good. You guys go to church. Church is very good. Like,
Yeah.
and like the devil is also very horrible because it can make you hate something that God has given you. Like for
Mm.
example, like hey, it's like, is this a safe place? It's like, okay, just taking this place as a safe place. I really struggle with my body sometimes, and I used to like write it down in my journal.
Mm-hmm.
So recently I was having those struggles, and I said, let me just read my journal. Hey, I cried. I was like, how can someone write this thing? Like, ah, I
I
was weeping
guys, I
in
pitied
my
her.
room. You are not there.
No, like I'm saying, when I used to see her with those 3 spoons of rice. There's a video on my phone where she was looking at herself and you did like this.
Seriously.
It was so sad. Like I said, I was like, oh my, the devil's a bastard. But continue.
I was crying. My eye was red, like, and then I now went to pick my lab coat from the washing machine, and it was blue, not white again. Like, just I called my mommy. Like, I didn't tell her the reason I was crying because I do not want her to know like why I was crying. I don't want her to think like her baby is struggling with like her body, and I'm in a foreign country and I'm crying like that. So I just had to tell myself like I am beautifully and wonderfully made by God.
Period.
Like, and it's hard because you continue repeating it. There's some things you just have to continue repeating and repeating and repeating until you finally believe it. That's what my pastor said something. Pastor Judith was like, even though you don't feel God, like He's always there. Like, you don't have to
Mm,
feel Him. So even when I'm praying sometimes and I can't feel Him, I just have to tell myself like He's there. Like, even though
mm,
you cannot feel Him, is there. But after crying, I had a very nice sleep, guys. So, so it's fine.
But yeah, it's quite like hard. Like for me, I struggle with my mind. Like in as much as like the devil is mad. The way I hate
The
this
devil is
devil, the
evil.
way I hate this devil, God, like like my mind. Does I went home, and then like I thought me and my mind we've gotten to a good place where the devil cannot attack me. Blah blah. I came back with suicide thoughts. How? Why?
Hey, do you know it's so funny when I think about it back then? Like I don't know what I was struggling with, but I saw the lights was red for us to walk. It's like if I just enter this room, everything not end and die. So because the devil is wicked, but like something was like no, like something was like I don't know, it's like just holding me here, like what are you doing? Just because of this small thing, like your
Yeah.
family, everybody. So maybe I did not do it, Shabo.
I think also like I think one thing that is missing in like the church is the Christianity blah 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 is the need for mental health, because there are a lot of people that struggle with things mentally. The amount of Christians that I know that have gone through depression, the amount of Christians that I know that have had suicide thoughts, including me, and this was not even when I was like a sinner or like I was the word I pray in tongues Christian. I can sit and pray, worship, and everything, but my mind was still under attack, and it felt like I could not talk to anybody about it, and it was so hard. Like it was so, guys, it was so hard. I would cry. I would journal about it. I would just like it was so bad that I was even like I knew I could not kill myself, so I would pray to God to kill me.
It's devil.
Like I would pray to God to take me. You understand? And God would literally tell me, like, He would not say anything. Then there's the extreme moments where He'll just whisper something of love, or there's another extreme moments where it's very bad, and then God, instead of God, He will like scold me and tell me like, okay, so what about the destinies that are attached to your destiny? Do you understand? And I also want to thank God for Pastor Judith, because there was a service I attended and Pastor Judith prayed with me. I remember I cried in church. Like, not, you know, those cry when you're crying and you're kissing. I cried, I screamed, and it was like whatever that was bothering me left. So I'm quite grateful to God. But like, I'm just trying to say, like, in that moment, like, I really wish there was somebody I could speak about, like, what is how I'm feeling. I'm in church, but I'm still having this thought, you understand? And the devil, like I said, is a bastard. And after that, like, I think like in this February that just passed, the devil has been hitting me with anxiety thoughts. That's why I've not posted. We've actually recorded a podcast like since that is supposed to come out, but I've been so scared to post it because of, like I say, anxious thoughts. And even on my Abbaspace, not like normally I used to post consistently, I stopped posting. And like I
Wondering why you stopped posting.
like I'm saying, anxious thoughts, like I started to feel a lot like how people would view it, and I was somebody that doesn't think about that kind of thing. But even outside that, there were just a lot of thoughts that were coming, and then the Lord reminded me of times where He had like He literally told me like, it's fine you feel these feelings. I also felt like Jesus wept also. You know, when He was in Gethsemane, they said he cried, like not cry, like what's that thing? Blood came out, you understand? So if Jesus felt negative emotions too, if Jesus can feel, why should I think I'm exempted from feeling negative emotions? So if He felt negative emotions, how did He react to negative emotion? Meaning He knew what was, He recognized this emotion. Actually, Praise told me this. What's her name?
Praise.
Simply Praise, the other YouTuber. You guys go and check her out. She said like, because now both of us are on this Christian content creation journey. So she's like my go-to now if I feel somehow in terms of like Christianity and content creation. And she told me like, even though Jesus felt all these things, He still continued doing what He's meant to do. Like He did not say, "Oh, now I'm tired, I'm weeping." He's like, He knew Judas was going to be there. Jesus could have easily ran away. Guys, me, if I was Jesus, I would be on the boat to the faraway land, because He knew, but He still fulfilled what He was meant to do. So I think for me and mental health, like I just feel like in Christianity, there's not really like
Pastor Pressure talked about this
Oh
thing
yeah,
on Wednesday.
yesterday she spoke about it, guys. You guys should actually check our pastors TWC. Do you still want to say anything else, or we should end from here?
I don't know. Maybe I've talked a lot. It's okay.
Yeah. So just to summarize everything, I do now know what we said.
Honestly, we've just been
We've been talking, but
talking.
just to summarize the main points you just said, if you feel any negative emotions like mentally,
Mm,
it's fine. It's not as bad as you think it is. I felt it. Other Christians feel it. Jesus felt it.
mm,
Jonah even felt it. That is why he ran.
mm.
He took. You know where Nineveh is here. Where he ran to was the other side. Do you understand?
He was
He was
stuck.
like, "You cannot gonna catch me. My arms never."
Mm,
So even where you feel, even if you feel like your body isn't that, your mind is under attack, you feel suicidal, speak to a trusted man of God that you know can help you. And if you don't have that person and you're watching this video, you can actually reach out to me on Abbaspace. I would love to like give guidance on how to tackle these emotions as I'm tackling it now. Thank you guys.
wait, and if you're struggling with your body,
Mm-hmm.
like you are beautifully and wonderfully made, just continue saying it until you believe it. Because me, too, I'm still
Period.
struggling. But
Mm.
we struggle in the Lord, not out of the Lord.
Period. Thank
Bye,
you.
guys.
Follow, subscribe, comment, like, share, just do everything you need to do because this is to push it to the people that need it. I don't really care about all those things, but yeah, thank you.
Pray this video does well. So, thank you guys. Love you.
Next time on Abbaspace.